Kamala Harris made headlines on July 21, 2024, as she officially announced her campaign for president after incumbent President Joe Biden withdrew his bid for re-election and endorsed her. The Democratic Party quickly rallied around her with a virtual roll call vote confirming her as the nominee on August 5th. Now, as the first female vice president of the United States, she aims to continue her work on key issues like abortion rights, gun control, and economic reform. Kamala Harris grew up in Oakland, California, in a family that valued education and activism. Born on October 20, 1964, to an Indian mother and a Jamaican father, her diverse background profoundly shaped her understanding of social issues and her commitment to justice. From a young age, she learned the importance of standing up for what is right, which became a guiding principle in her life. After completing high school, Kamala attended Howard University, a historically black university in Washington, D.C. Here, she earned a degree in political science and economics, which provided her with a solid foundation for her future endeavors. She then went on to study law at the University of California's Hastings College of the Law, where she earned her Juris Doctor degree. Kamala's legal career began in the Alameda County District Attorney's Office, where she focused on prosecuting cases related to domestic violence and child sexual assault. Her dedication and hard work soon led her to the San Francisco District Attorney's Office. In 2003, she made history by becoming the first female district attorney of San Francisco. As DA, she implemented innovative programs like Back on Track, which aimed to help first-time nonviolent offenders find a path to rehabilitation through job training and counseling instead of incarceration. This program reflected her belief in addressing the root causes of crime and the importance of second chances. In 2010, Kamala was elected Attorney General of California, marking another historic moment as the first woman and first person of color to hold that position. During her time as Attorney General, she focused on several crucial issues, including consumer protection, criminal justice reform, and environmental justice. She took a strong stance against big banks during the housing crisis, working tirelessly to hold them accountable for their unfair practices that hurt homeowners. Kamala was not only a legal advocate, but also a community leader who sought to make California a safer and fairer place for all its residents. In 2016, Kamala won a seat in the U.S. Senate, becoming the second black woman and the first South Asian American senator. Throughout her Senate career, she prioritized issues such as health care access, gun control, and immigration reform. Her work on the DREAM Act demonstrated her commitment to protecting the rights of undocumented immigrants brought to the U.S. as children. Kamala gained national recognition for her pointed questioning of Trump administration officials during Senate hearings, especially during the confirmation hearings for Supreme Court Justice Brett Kavanaugh. Her sharp inquiries highlighted her skills as a tough interrogator and solidified her status as a rising star within the Democratic Party. In 2019, she announced her candidacy for the Democratic presidential nomination, running on a platform that emphasized equality, justice, and progressive policies. Although she withdrew from the race before the primaries, her campaign contributed significantly to the national conversation on many key issues. When Joe Biden secured the Democratic nomination, he made a historic decision by choosing Kamala Harris as his running mate. Together, they campaigned on a platform focused on unity, recovery, and addressing the pressing challenges facing the nation, including the COVID-19 pandemic, economic inequality, and racial injustice. Their campaign resonated with many voters, and in November 2020, they made history by defeating the Trump-Pence ticket, with Kamala becoming the first female vice president, as well as the first Black and Asian American vice president in U.S. history. As vice president, Kamala Harris has taken on significant responsibilities, often casting tie-breaking votes in a closely divided Senate. She has played a crucial role in advancing key pieces of legislation, including the American Rescue Plan Act, which aimed to provide economic relief during the pandemic, and the Inflation Reduction Act, which targeted healthcare costs and climate change. Now, as she takes on her campaign for the presidency in 2024, Kamala Harris seeks to build on the work she has done as vice president. Her candidacy emphasizes several core issues, including healthcare reform, economic recovery, racial and social justice, and bold action against climate change. Harris's platform aligns closely with Biden's on various domestic issues, including national abortion protections, LGBTQ+ rights, and gun control. She champions legislation to address climate change, advocates for federal cannabis legalization, and is committed to strengthening voting rights. However, Harris has carved out her own identity in economic discussions, promoting what many describe as a populist agenda. This includes proposals to ban price gouging on groceries, cap prescription drug costs, and expand the child tax credit. On foreign policy, she supports ongoing military aid to Ukraine and Israel while pushing for a ceasefire and a two-state solution in the Middle East. With key debates scheduled, including one with former President Trump, Harris is ready to engage in the 2024 race. And that is it for this video. Thank you for joining us here today.